Many people in the West, notably liberals, white liberals, they have nothing negative to say, these white liberals like LGBT, feminist, about the religion, unquote, Islam. And the reason being, Islam is not built on moral values. Islam is built on a sexual, pluralistic, violent, political, historical culture. There is nothing holistic, spiritual, or morally based inside Islam. Hence why you can have 4 wives. Hence why you can kill the infidels wherever you find them. Hence why you can brutalize those who do not adhere to your system. You see the witness of terrorism around the West. Manchester bombing, London attacks, 9/11, just to name but a few. This is the philosophical base of Islam. That is what Islam is about. Hence why they went into North Africa in the 7th century and they wiped out and dominated the savage African, forcing them to becoming Muslims or die by the sword. It should be of no surprise then that when they screamed Allahu Akbar, which doesn't mean God is great, but it means God is the greatest, meaning that in the name of the God is the greatest, that is the pinnacle of which they are judged. So in other words, Allah permits the most barbaric, filthy, dirty crime that they do. There is no such concept of crime in the Muslim consciousness. It's happening to infidels, it's happening to pagans, it's happening to heathens, so it is not regarded to be a crime. Unlike the beautiful Messiah, Jesus, who said the story about the Good Samaritan. Jesus didn't say to those who didn't believe in him to kill him. No, he says wipe your mat as a form of judgment and walk away, but still love them. In Islam it says kill you, kill you. You read the Quran, you'll see for yourself. Surah chapter 10, Surah chapter 9, Surah chapter 5, all in my head, all these verses. I brainwashed myself with them. All talk about murdering and killing the infidels wherever you find them. Now it goes beyond killing now. Muslim men have no problem raping white women. They love that white flesh. They love that white flesh. The Muslims, if you ever see a white woman become a Muslim, he's crying, he's savage, he's crying his eyes out. He loves that white woman. He should have played King Kong. It would suit that Muslim playing King Kong. When you see that Faye Dunaway, that big gorilla's hand, the Muslim should have played King Kong. Never mind black men, the Muslim should have played King Kong. However, they raped these young girls, raped them, and they screamed, God is great. God is great while you're raping a child, while you're raping children. God is great. Tell me, what kind of God are you worshipping that justifies you raping a child? What kind of a God are you worshipping? What kind of a monster are you in touch with? You're certainly not in touch with a God of covenant. You're certainly not in touch with a God of the Bible. What kind of a God are you in touch with? Muslims, because they're so immoral, there's a civil war between Muslims and other moderate Muslims. The moderate Muslims, they want to play games with the West by pretending we're soft. And the militant Muslims, they say these moderate Muslims, not really Muslims, but look, according to the sheikhs, the imams, If you believe in Muhammad, you say your Shahada, you bow down 5 times a day, you Ramadan, do Ramadan, you go to Mecca, then it makes you a Muslim. Raping and all that is not part of the system. They don't regard that to be a moral base in which to judge a person. So you can be a Muslim, Ramadan, Mecca, bow down 5 times a day, believe in Muhammad, and you're a Muslim. You're a Muslim. No morality comes into it. The Christian faith tells you, if you practice sexual immorality, you're not of God. If you rape, you're not of God. Because Jesus says, love one another as I have loved you. Heal, open the eyes of the blind. Compare one text in the Quran. That's all I'm asking. One text that we can use to build civilization on, and togetherness and love. One text, that's all I'm asking, from Muhammad's mouth, that can build the building block to show Muslim civilization. You can't find one. And that's why it was easy for Muslims to rape white girls. Why? Muhammad himself, he raped Jewish women, he looted, he robbed, he thieved. He even lost after his own son-in-law's wife. According to the Bukharis, the Hadiths, he lost after his own family's wife. It's like, you know, you see your brother with a beautiful wife, and you think, I want it for myself. You got no shame. You're nasty. Your own brother. You see her girlfriend, or you know, his girlfriend or his wife, and you want her. You got no shame. Your dick is dirty. Your cock is dirty. Your sausage is dirty. You have no pride. And you say, oh, I like my brother's wife, my brother's girlfriend. Muslims have no shame. And that's the reason why feminists and LGBTs, they love Muslims. Why? Because Muslims don't believe in sexual morality. They don't believe in it. There's no pressure. You could be gay. Oh, but you mini skirt. Call me daffodil. And the Muslims don't condemn you, because there's nothing in the Quran, nothing apart from talk about gender, paradise. Boys like pearls. Boys like pearls. If you saw them, you would often think they were fresh. You'd often think they were fresh, appeasing the homosexual Arabs. In gender, in paradise, you see boys like pearls. If you saw them, you often think they were fresh. So Muhammad, he catered for every sexual perversion. That's the reason why the gay rights activist Peter Tatchell says he has no problem with Islam. The LGBT has no problems with Islam. Why? For the simple reason, one perversion promoting another perversion. White liberals will never condemn Islam, because white liberals is all about sexual immorality. Rape and torturing white girls is not seen as wrong in the eyes of Muslims. You're only doing it to infidels. Muslims that will lie through their teeth to get you to become convert. They will lie through their teeth to his language. Lie about history. But all you have to do, Jesus says, just look at their fruit. Look at their history. Look at their founder. You don't have to work too hard. Don't sweat your brain. Just look at Muhammad. Because when you see the Muslims, you're looking at Muhammad. And when you look at Muhammad, you're seeing Muslims. The two of them bear witness to each other, to the devil that exists within each other. You can't bear no good fruit in Islam. It's a cult of death. You can't bear no good fruit. Look, there's a light coming upon me. God is obviously happy with this subject. So as I bathe in the light and in his peace, I'm asking you, think about the subject. Would you become a Muslim? Would you believe in their system? Show me one love in Islam. Show me one Muslim country that don't brutalize women or persecute Christians. As I bathe in the peace and I bathe in the light.